what's up, and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the graphic novel The Joker War Saga, or you can say Batman The Joker War Saga. And this is like the hardcore graphic novel which I have right here. And you can see it says The Joker War Saga. And of course it has a Joker on the back too as well, with some flowers. Now I must admit, this is a pretty new tale, and I have been wanting to read this for a while. I actually decided to wait as it was going on. I actually decided to wait till it was actually finished, like all the issues, because it collects issues of Batman 95 to 100. Then it got a couple of tie-in stories from like Batgirl, Red Hood and the Outlaws, Catwoman, Harley Quinn, Nightwing, you know, and Detective Comics and so on. So they pulled tales from their issues too as well, because they had tales themselves that were set during the Joker War. Now this tale here, this is a pretty interesting and awesome read. It was enjoyable too. One of the things pretty cool about it, and we all saw this kind of coming, they actually do reveal, you know, and I don't know when it actually was fully revealed, because you could tell that it was already like ongoing, because this is kind of after the Bane, like City of Bane. This is actually after like the City of Bane story arc. So after Alfred has died, a spoiler alert if you didn't know that Alfred had died. After all that had happened, you know, this is when this actually takes place of Bane. You know, like Bruce Wayne, where Batman has to deal with that now too as well. With the Joker back, and he's doing all this. And on top of that, the Joker knows that Bruce Wayne is Batman. So that has finally been revealed, like in this actual book. And it's pretty cool. Now I must admit myself, I'm kind of still wondering, is something gonna happen and then like the Joker forgets it, or like it wasn't really true, and then I hear about this other story they have called The Three Jokers. So all that, you know, I'm kind of curious about. But yeah, it turns out that the Joker's actually using like Bruce Wayne's own fortune to actually like cause chaos around like Gotham City. Now I must admit that part of the story is kind of confusing to me, how he actually managed to get a hold of Bruce Wayne's fortune. Is kind of, I believe it happened before this actually storyline, so I'm kind of like confused with it. But somehow he does have control of like the whole Wayne fortune. He's like causing like chaos and destruction all around Gotham City. And we all know that Bullock himself too is the actual commissioner at this point too, because Gordon has gone, you know. So that's another thing I thought was kind of interesting about it. So while all that is going on, you have like new villains introduced to her as well, like Punchline, and she's actually like the Joker's new like girlfriend, because he has gotten rid of Harley Quinn, and Harley Quinn herself has become kind of like a good character in this particular storyline. They have been doing that with her lately. It's like she's becoming kind of similar to like Catwoman, where she's kind of like a mixture of being like a villain and like a heroine. You know, she's like good and bad. And then you also like this other character I thought was pretty cool, and he's actually just like a boy. I think he's like a teenager known as a clown hunter, and he actually targets and kills like clowns only, because the Joker had killed his parents like a while ago, I think a couple years ago or something like that. So he targets and kills like only clowns. So he's actually an anti-hero, because he's actually like good, but what's bad about his character is that he actually kills during Batman is against killing like the enemies or the bad guys. He doesn't want to kill them, but the clown hunter wants to kill all the clowns. You know, he'll shoot them in their head and all that kind of stuff. But as the story goes on, that's what's actually what it's about. Bruce Wayne really like going through all like the bad family members. He knows like Batgirl is Barbara, you know, and so on, because they had like a confrontation kind of at the beginning of the story, but I'm not going to spoil it. He knows about like the Robins and all that, so on. But after that, he knows about Bruce Wayne. That was cool, because he got this like plot in the story where he had set up all these movie theaters around Gotham City, and he wanted to lure all the citizens of Gotham City to the theaters to watch like Zorro. And of course, you know, that was a film that Bruce was watching with his parents when his parents was killed when he was a little kid. So the Joker actually knew about that, because he's actually taught him through the story, knowing that Bruce Wayne like parents were killed, and that's why he became Batman. He even says that too. That's why Brucey, you know, that's why he became Batman, because he was sad and your parents was killed. So all that is pretty interesting. And the art is pretty good in this story too as well. They have some good art, but I don't want to like get into it too much. I just want to touch on that. But it is awesome seeing that the Joker, and I can't help but wonder where are they gonna go with this now that the Joker knows that this is Bruce Wayne. You know that Bruce Wayne is Batman. So I'm kind of curious where they're gonna actually take this. Where could it go with this? You know, I'm sure Bruce Wayne has to be in a lot of like danger, not being that he knows that. You know, another thing I thought was pretty cool about this too. You have moments where, and it's kind of like shocking and kind of sad to a certain extent, and that's a spoiler territory where Joker actually, you know, how he causes like he uses like his Joker chemical thing on like the people and make him laugh and smile, make him do what he want. He actually uses on Alfred's like body, like corpse, and they bring Alfred back, but he's like still dead, and his head is still like hanging from where like Bane had snapped and broke it, and he's like laughing and giggling, but he's like really dead. And I thought that was kind of like creepy and kind of like sad, because you could tell that Bruce was even hurt, like Batman. He was like hurt that the Joker was doing that to him. I was even hearing about it that he had to do that to Alfred. But this is like a pretty solid read. I think I was hearing some of them were actually kind of disappointed with this, because it does seem like at times like it's actually all over the place. But I thought it was still pretty solid read. I'm glad they have finally went on with the idea that he knows Batman is Bruce Wayne, or Bruce Wayne is Batman. I can't wait to see where they're going to actually go with this particular, with the story now. It's like the Batman comics go on, So I'm giving the Joker War Saga, I kind of want to give it I'm going to give it just a B-, because it is like still like kind of some flaws. It's not really like a solid B. It's not really that good, but it's still, I think it's an awesome read, So I definitely recommend picking this one up. And it's actually called just the Joker War, but what I have collected is known as the Joker War Saga. So I'm giving this a B-. I'll definitely recommend this. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.